Hello, Sam Owens here, and our project today is to install the Canadian style headlights on my 2017 Slingshot. We're going to show you how to install them so that you'll be able to get your own set and install them yourself. We have just a few parts that we have to deal with. A new cover for both sides. We're going to remove this cover, and the assembly comes like this. The inner headlight is already assembled, and we're going to remove this headlight from its mount and install it into this side, install them in to the frame of the Slingshot, and then replace the cover. And we'll plug it in. It's plug and play, no complications. So let's get started. Before you begin the installation, it might be a good idea to test the new wiring and the headlight for operation on both sides before you begin the installation. You don't want to have to be recognizing a problem after you've installed your headlight. Place this here, and the way this works is here's the new headlight connector, and this springs up and down. This is the catch. To remove, you need to lift up. It locks behind this little tab. So plug her in there and go until you hear the click. There. And we'll do this on both sides. Turn the ignition on and make sure the lights all work. But after the test, simply lift up and pull back, and you're ready to begin your installation. I'm going to use a T25 torque bit and remove this screw right here, and you're going to need something like this to get in there. We just remove the rest of the way out and put to the side. T40 bit or screw right here that we're going to take loose, and there's another one on the other end, and we'll take that loose. It's located down in there, so you got to have the hood open in order to get to it. We're doing it, so we'll finish that. Our screws are all removed. This should just pull right out, and it does. There. With a 10mm socket, you simply put this down there like this and loosen this bolt up and take it out, and then you're going to be able to remove this whole headlight assembly. Right here has to pull up and then out. There. Okay, we've got to squeeze this in order to get this little bracket out. See, once you get it so far, and you don't want to drop this, so be careful about it, and you simply squeeze on this and pull this one out. Kind of wiggle and get up there close. Okay, there we go. Now we've got to remove this plate with these 4 Phillips screws. After you remove the 4 screws, this is stuck in place with an adhesive, so you have to kind of pry this thing loose. So with a screwdriver, kind of break the seal. There. There's coming loose. All right. Then you take that loose. That's the old bracket. And then we're going to mount this. So you put your plug through there, and then you're going to pop them right in like that and line the screws up. Okay, you can see this is what it's going to look like. Prior to installing this, if you notice in the new bracket, this goes into there, and this was supposed to go at this location, but since we've got the new double, this is going to have to be moved over to this location. Now we need to remove this headlight adjuster from this location over to this location. Now we need to get the screw out, and it's very easy to do. Spray a little lube on here, WD-40 or something or other will make this very easy. Then simply get you a fulcrum, a pair of some kind of pliers, get it right up underneath here, and just simply pull, and you got it. I'm going to try and pry this out using my chisel around this little plastic cover. And the lube will kind of help facilitate this. So just kind of squeeze and pull, and you see it's already starting to go out one side, and bam, there you go. You simply stick it into the other. The lube is going to help out a lot, and then simply take and push in, and there we go. Then there's plenty of lube, so you just stick this in, give her a little tap, and she's back in position. Now we have another step. This is the original bracket for the original headlight, and there's a rubber mount that we need to take loose and put in here, and there. It's going to go in there. Once you get this out, you can simply pull the rubber grommet off of the washer. It's a special washer. Headlights like this, squeeze it like that, get one edge hooked over and in, then with your finger and squeezing, it will just go right in until it's finally seated on both sides. Put this in from the top, and there you go. We're ready to push it in place. Have both of these positioned like this and lined up, and both of them lined up so they're pointing in, and have the washer in the center, the mounting on top of the mount down below, right down in there. Make sure it's on top and not below, and then just simply push and push. I need to take the 10mm bolt and stick right down in there into that little mount for the headlight. Get her started, so we need to find the screw slot. Give her a good turn, and now we're set. It's best to plug this in first. Come up underneath here and line up and connect these together carefully, and making sure you got them lined, and then push until it snaps. Then you take the original and plug it in. Both are lined up, connected. This is one other issue that you're going to need to deal with, in that the kit does not come with a new reflector, and it's required by the DOT, and this is a nice looking reflector, and you can detach it from here and move it to there with the aid of a hair dryer. As you're heating up the back of this and it's getting hot, go around. You'll find some edge that you can get this behind the adhesive and the cover mount. That's the way you want to get it, like right in here. See? And it's a slow process. You don't rush it too hard. Once off, you're going to want to heat this up good, and then we're going to stick it back on there, making sure you got the right edges and all of that set up. So, and it's going to work. All right, here we go. You got to get it the correct way. There's only one way, and there it is. And squeeze. So that's the way you do it. Okay, to make this easy for you, you watch this. It's a puzzle, and you have to do it a certain way or you're not going to get this thing in there, okay? So watch carefully. Right here, you stick this thing up underneath there and kind of push and get it up in there like that. Have your T25 bit ready to go when you need it. And you simply line this up, and you're going to have to get this screw started by hand. Find the hold and simply turn it by hand a couple of times. I simply put my bit in there, and it's going in. Now the other place I'm going to get is right up underneath there. T40 connection, and I got my T40 bit, and put her in there. This really helps to have the extended range hood hinge to make this job a lot easier. I'm able to get right in here, so you may want to invest in this. Save the easiest for last. There's the 40 T-bit torque screw, and I'm going right in perfect. So I'm going to make her tight. Okay, the last step in our installation process is to align this space right here so that the headlights appear in the center of the cover. So in order to do that, we use a T15 torque bit, and there's the adjustment screws on both of these white adjusters. Turn in the clockwise position will raise the headlights, and you have to do both equally. And so give, since I have so much space here, I'm going to give 4 or 5 turns to get this up more, and then I'll give the other side more turns. So we're just going to turn this up, and then we go over and do the same number over in the other side, and you will see that I'm going clockwise, and notice how they're aligning better. You're going to have to go and do a headlight alignment to get the headlights properly adjusted. They may have to go up or down from this location, but it won't be too much, so it'll still look good in the opening. The adjustment procedure is found in the user manual. Now we're showing the driver's side. This same adjustments and installation procedure will be needed on the passenger side.